Hi, I'm Alexis Lupu, and I'd like to introduce you to Dominions. Dominions is a mix of monster taming, sci-fi, and heroic fantasy. It's like Pokemon meets Monster Hunter, but with a stronger and more thought-provoking narrative. In the world of Dominions, humans find themselves in a world full of dangerous and magical monsters. Somewhat recently, humans were able to invent a computer chip that allows them to take full control of the monsters that seek to kill them. Through the invention of the control chip, a company sprung up and became a worldwide monopoly, Dominion Dynamics. Now humans find themselves in large cities surrounded by massive walls protected by this very company. Our main character, Sage, lives a plain and simple life, never having been allowed to take control of any dominions because of their parents. As a result, they made it into adulthood never having known the world outside of the walls of Wetford. This was until an act of pure chance led them to having their own dominion. As they saved what they thought was someone else's pet from a perilous situation, they find themselves now having control of their very own dominion. Later that same evening, while watching TV, a broadcast comes on directly from the Dominion Dynamics CEO Falsor, a challenge to all Dominion tamers to investigate some points of interest and bring back the relics that are theorized to be there. Sage does the only reasonable thing and quits their job in search of adventure. While out in the world, they experience the dangers of the world firsthand. They meet Chloe, a woman who grew up on Capital Island and knows a lot about the secrets of Dominion Dynamics through eavesdropping. Something sinister is happening behind the scenes of the company, and Sage and Chloe team up to put a stop to it. By eventually winning the competition, Sage is given a chance to get the news out to the public about the truth behind Dominion Dynamics. They've known since the start the truth of monsters, that they are sapient beings with thoughts of their own, and the competition served as a way for them to get full control over all dominions and monsters alike. After a massive battle between Sage and Falsor, a compromise between the monsters and humans is reached. The two species are finally able to live and work together by choice and not by force. The first game in my story world is Dominions, the board game. This game follows Sage just after the events of the beginning, where they get their first Dominion through chance, as they adventure through the first chapter of the world. You begin in Sage's hometown of Wetford and adventure out into the nearest point of interest laid out by Dominion Dynamics. This entry serves as a way to get players interested in the world and understand the beginning of the story. You play the game by moving on this hex map, starting at the bottom town labeled with an A. The player must keep track of their current rations, requiring one ration to feed each Dominion in their party as well as themselves per turn. The player must also keep track of their Dominion's health. If it ever reaches zero, bad things will happen. Finally, each turn you move once and then roll on the associated biomes event table. When you get an event, you have to read the associated story paragraph. These paragraphs often have the player making choices that will somehow influence the way that the event goes. Some events result in damage to your party of controlled dominions. Some may result in losses or gains of rations, and some may result in battles. Battles are turn-based and require the use of a set of polyhedral dice. The player takes turns rolling the dice to determine if their own as well as their enemy's attacks hit. This is done by taking the attacker's attack dice versus the opponent's armor class. If the attack rolls greater than or equal to the AC, then it hits and does 1 damage. Some abilities are designed to help out in battles, allowing the player to deal more damage or negate hits. Some help with exploring the map and gaining food, and some help with events and give access to more options. These abilities can be used against you if you're not careful. As I alluded to earlier, if your own Dominion ever reaches 0 hit points remaining, their control chip malfunctions and they immediately switch sides. Maintaining the health of your Dominions is important to stop this from happening. You'll need to head to the town of Wolfsgrave and catch the boat to the deep rainforest island to beat the game. However, many of the dangers of the island may be too hard to handle if you're not prepared. Exploring the map is important to get a strong team of Dominions that can lead you to victory on the dangerous rainforest island. Explore the map to experience and learn more about the world of Dominions and its dangers, and try your best to survive the harsh wilderness outside the safe walls of the cities. Thank you for watching and listening to my presentation. To find out more about Dominions or to play the board game, see my portfolio at lupuchan.itch.io.